You're watching EZWAYTV, powered by EZWayNetwork.com.
Last year, over 14,000 people visited the Best You Expo, looking for ways to learn, grow, and improve their lives. The Best You Expos are packed with inspiring international speakers from all over the world. At the Best You Expo, we discuss well-being, business, entrepreneurship, spirituality, social media, love, relationships, coaching, and any subject that can improve and enhance your life. Join us on the 21st of March at the LA Convention Center or in Dallas on the 23rd and 24th of October.
Hey guys, it's EZWAYTV and I'm Eric Zuley here live at the Hills Hotel in Orange County, California. And I'm doing the Eyes on You interviews. These are the people you need to have your eyes on with professionals, experts that have had unbelievable amount of experience in doing what they do, and they're very successful in what they do. So we help you to network yourself to success by introducing you through our digital handshake effect to amazing influencers. So I'm sitting here next to, let's go and pan the camera over to Bernardo Moya, who is the founder and owner of the Best You Expo. Welcome to EZWAYTV, Bernardo.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you, finally meet you.
Finally, man. I mean, we've been going back and forth. Shout outs to Al Harris and Kiss the Monkeys, Raquel, for the introduction.
Yeah.
And we've been going back and forth talking on WhatsApp and on social media for a little bit. But finally now we've actually gotten the Easy Way officially involved with the Best You Expo. And I'm excited. We're going to be doing a panel, guys, with some top-level experts. We just officially confirmed Greg Reed to be on the panel as of today after the interview. And then Josh Liskey, who's a top-level sales guru and has over 75 major divisions under him for a very major corporate company I'm not going to mention, and the founder of IHP. So we're developing, we're building.
Yeah, no, very excited. Excited to have you there. It's going to be an amazing 2 days, and kind of like, you know, that's what we do. We've got loads of different inspirational speakers, and having panels like yours discussing all sorts of interesting subjects is kind of what it's all about. It's about pushing people's ideas and minds and exploring all sorts of possibilities. It's kind of like a festival of learning. That's what it's all about.
Well, our panel is going to be new media and business experts, and it's going to really teach you how to build an audience. I call it BKM, build an audience, keep an audience, and monetize an audience. And these are professionals in that field. But let's get directly into the Best You Expo, what it is, and the history behind it, and why people would want to attend it.
Yeah, it's a show that's, I started it 5 years ago in London. I kind of identified that it was something that was missing. You know, everyone was doing their own thing. I've always seen the industry being very fragmented as far as, you know, Joe Blog does his events, and everyone did their own thing. And I thought, why are people going niche? I think, you know, well-being, personal development, you know, professional development has to be broad, because anyone and everyone wants to learn different things. We all have different, you know, needs, and you know, some people it's more money, some people it's more spirituality, losing weight, finding love, confidence, you know, whatever it is. And I wanted to do that, and I wanted to put these big gigs together where I could get all these amazing influencers and leaders and authors to share their content and their ideas, because everyone's very generous, you know, in the industry, and a place where people could connect and meet. So I started this idea 5 years ago in London. And I remember this first, and I already done quite a lot of events for quite a few years. You know, I mean, my biggest event till that point was around 1,200 people. I did the first expo, and we had 55 speakers, 55 exhibitors. I remember I didn't sleep. I shared the story. I didn't sleep for like 4 months. You know, kind of like it was a big gig for me. And I remember the first day I opened the doors expecting hundreds of thousands of people to be there, because there was 6,000 people pre-registered, and there was only like 6 people waiting outside. And I thought, oh my God, is this going to actually happen? And eventually it just did. It worked out. We had 3,000 people show up. But anyway, the gig, the event literally grew every year. We went from 3,000 to 6,000. And then on year 3, which I promised I would never do it again, and this again was in London, we had 12,000 people show up. And that same year, literally 6 weeks later, I did my first event in Long Beach, which we did a couple of years ago.
That was a spectacular event.
It was, you know, it was my first one here. At the time, I didn't think it was that great, but we had probably 3,500 people show up. I've got pretty high standards, so I wanted more. But, you know, kind of, I was quite happy with it. But we're here to stay. So in London, Last year, 2019, we had 14,500 people, 170 speakers, 2 days. It's just kind of like amazing energy. And we're doing one now in the LA Convention Center, 21st of March. And it's going to be...
The Best You Expo is now the largest personal development gathering on the planet. Join us on the 20th and the 21st of March 2020 in LA at the LA Convention Center.
And it's going to be epic, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. And it's actually 2 days right after my birthday. So all my EZWay family is going to support me for that. And so actually what I think I'm going to do is celebrate my birthday at the Best You Expo.
Hey, well, we'll organize something.
And so we have a couple live people on here. James Dentley just popped in. I'm sure you know James. And Gail Gibson, who does the Lady in Red Diamond Rose Awards, the MIMPA, one of our clients. James, we're actually doing a TV network for him. And a lot of the EZWay family supports things like this. And they always want to get their message out. You know, they want to get in front of the right audience. Let's talk about the audience that attends your event.
As a promoter, what I've experienced is that, look, if anyone, and I know there's a lot of people either listening now or later in the future, if you've attended or you've done an event or you've promoted an event, it's difficult, it's hard, it's challenging. There's a lot of competition out there, you know, because you're competing with hundreds or thousands of events, especially in like a place like California. So as a promoter, I think what's needed is this, and that's why the event has been so successful, is we unify, you know, so many different aspects of well-being under one roof for 2 days, where the marketing is relatively simple within reason, whereby if it's 100, 150 speakers and each of us invite on average 100 people, it's 15,000 people. Mm-hmm. But the type of customers that come are all of them are you know, interested in personal professional growth. They're people that are reading, they're attending, you know, they're people from my list, from Marissa Peer's list. Anyone that's basically involved in the event is inviting their customers to come along. Plus, obviously, all the advertising we do with all our social media partners, with yourself, you know, we get a lot of people in there, and everyone comes with a really open mind and great energy. I'm saying this out there. I'm telling you, there is nothing like this out there. The energy that people get when they get there is pretty phenomenal. It's very exciting, and it's, you know, it's got a proven track record, and that's why the Expos, I think, has been so successful so far.
Yeah, and a lot of people that have name stature want to be on your stages. I know we play with a lot of the same similar circles, and I was surprised by the roster last year. And so, can you talk a little bit about the roster this year?
Yeah, there's some surprises. There's some mainstay speakers to be announced very, very soon, and I'm not going to say any of them because it's literally not signed, but the deals are done. Mm-hmm. So there's some big names going to be announced in the next couple of weeks.
Now, are we talking Tony Robbins, Michael Jackson caliber big names? We're talking
big caliber, big names,
yeah, okay.
People that I admire. Look, I'm in a place where now I really can work with whoever I want to work with, but yeah. I'm not submitted to paying ridiculous fees either. Okay, I mean, you know, I'm with love. With a lot of love, and I know that a lot of these guys have built their profiles to ridiculous levels. I'm just not willing to pay a couple of $200,000 to invite someone to speak for a couple of hours, and I don't need to. So the idea is that we get some great speakers that want to speak with us. But I mean, you know, so far, hey, we've had Jim Quick, Mastin Kipp, we've had obviously Greg Reed, Sharon Lecter,
Bernie Dorman,
Marissa Peer. We've got some great international speakers, Jason Vale.
You would have had Eric Zuley, but I was booked in another event.
You were booked in another event. That's why we couldn't get you. But no, there's some great names, and already, I mean, so far, in all the expos that I've done, we've had 70,000 attendees and 700 speakers.
Wow, that's a big track. I mean, I've been a promoter. I don't know if you know my background, but I've been a promoter for close to 15 years. And I've had 200 to 500. I had one event where I had 2,500 something people, and I'm hearing you, and I'm like, dang, I can learn from this guy. So, like, I mean, we need to actually do a live on our. I have a show called Easy Talk Live, as well as Ask Easy, where our audience gets to actually ask questions. Like Mika Fitzgerald's on here right now. Spoke to you briefly about performing on stage. So he's a big actor and he's a big performer, and he's one of the EZWay family members, and we're always wanting to know, like, golden nuggets and tips and tricks of success that you've learned. So can you share some networking kind of tips of how to promote and get better audience to your event, that you can maybe give us some of the secret sauce? Bernardo style?
Yeah, I think kind of what it is that, and I think you're like this, Eric, already. You know, you're a giver. You know, and I've known this because I've done research on you, and kind of the people that spoke about you spoke very highly. You're a giver. You're someone that goes out and gives. That's what's needed. Okay, if you want to attract, I don't know, my interest or other people's interest that can really put you out there, you need to give. You know, Steve Arcovy said that in order to understand. First, you need to, in order to be understood, first you need to understand. And it's the same with this, you know. Anyone that comes to me say, hey, this is what I can do for you. I can do this, 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 and this. All of a sudden they have my attention. Because you see, everyone wants to take advantage of you with love. They do. Everyone say, hey, you know, give me the stage, I'll bring you all that. And you know what happens is they let you down. I've had so many people let me down, but they let me down once. It will never happen ever again. So give, you know, go in with an open heart, and also, you know, don't expect anything in return, because there's a lot of people out there that want you to do everything. So they expect me to put my whole platform and my experience, my expertise, and everything I do at their disposal simply because they're pretty. And the fact is that there's a lot of pretty people out there.
I'm loving this interview.
No, there's a lot of pretty people out there, but what there isn't a lot of people that are congruent. I recommend a lot of people to read their own books, because, you know, sometimes you listen to these guys that talk about happiness and they're really angry, miserable people. So be congruent with your message, be authentic, you know, walk a path of being truthful to what you believe in. And if you give, then you will receive. And that's kind of been my attitude, you know. So I have lost some people along the way, and that's friends and negative people. But I've lost them because I felt in some ways that I wasn't really corresponded. You know, I've got a big heart. When you promote my expo number 1, 2, and 3, I lost money, in all of them, all of them. Why? Because I put my neck on the line, and that's what I do every single show. I don't know till the day and I open the doors. Now, when I open the doors, I literally say I surrender to the universe. I say, look, I've done everything that I can.
Yeah.
There's nothing more I can do. Now, I shared the story of my first expo when I walked out and there were 6 people. And I was literally scared of, you know, is this happening or not? This year in London was a completely different story. We were running late to open the show because of some security reasons with the venue. And I walked outside and I couldn't see the end of the queue. So I had to walk to the other side of the road to see the end of the queue. And we had 2,000 people waiting to come in.
Wow.
So it's been a beautiful journey. But I had to say, when I started, I had lots of hair. And it was black, and now it's grey and gone.
Yeah, that's why I always wear a hat. You know? But great story, and thank you for sharing that with us. And you know, congratulations on your success and the level of how you've done it. And so let's talk about opportunity, because we have a lot of people that are part of the EZWAY network that are speakers, authors, contributors of some sorts, and they want to get their message out. We do it through TV. You do it through the stage. How does that work if one wants to get on your stage and get opportunity to get to your audience?
Well, look, there's opportunities. Basically, you know, the business model around the event is that people pay to play. So, you know, they hire a space, i.e. a booth or a table, which is the kind of the lowest entry level, and it's very affordable. And they take one of the breakout rooms, you know, which depending on their budget or obviously their reach, you know, they can either hire one of the bigger rooms or one of the smaller rooms. But what we do is great value, really is really good value. I mean, we charge very little in comparison to kind of what we give them in return. We record their talks, okay? We record their talks. We give them a copy of that recording, which is a professional recording. Additionally to that, we also not only give them a copy of the recording, we then create a podcast out of it. We also put it on our online platform. So, but what I will say is that if you Google any of the speakers that have spoken the previous years of the Expo, and we're talking Expo 1, 2, 3, 4, you Google their names, you will see that thanks to us, we're ranking probably on page 1 or 2. We rank really, really highly. I look for a lot of speakers and look at their profiles, and I can really find us on page number 1 with a lot of the things that we do. So we give them massive exposure, massive return, and it's that brand association with us that they couldn't get with love if they try to do it by themselves. So there is opportunities, you know, for companies to sponsor or to people to get involved, because this show's here to stay. And, you know, the same as I'm doing LA, we're doing Dallas, and I want to double the size of the LA event, you know, from 2020 to 21.
Do you have any examples that you could share with us on people that have been on your stage or have promoted or sponsored you know, the event and that they've gotten results from it?
Yeah, I mean, we've got great examples of all sorts of people that have done really well. I mean, obviously, Marissa Peer, who's already a big profile, she's done a lot of stuff with Mind Valley, but I mean, Marissa Peer, she had thousands of people at her event last year, and she did a lot of business. I mean, Dr. Sonia Stribling, for example, who started...
I love Dr. Sonia. I was on tour with her at the Think and Grow Rich World Legacy Tour.
Amazing energy. Dr. Sonia, when she started in our event in London in our first expo, I think.
Really?
Our second one, yeah.
Wow.
She started in a very small room, and now she's speaking on the main stages. She got the show with Bravo. I'm not taking credit for anything that I've done, but this is her words. Her words is that there is no event like the Best You Expo, and she's spoken on all sorts of platforms all over the world. Didi Wong, again, she's had some great results from our first show. I think this was her first show that she actually spoke in Long Beach, and from then on, a lot of things, came.
Well, I know she started out with Speaking Empire. We're partners with them. We work closely with them on the TV side of things, but yeah, no, I did notice some advancement after her hitting your stage.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have done really well after speaking at the event. But it's just one of those things. Look, you can either do it the hard way or you can do it the easy way.
Exactly.
And the easy way is obviously working with us. Why? Because we take care of everything. You just technically rock up. But what we do is we also obviously, we ask you to help us promote the event. We ask you to submit a video inviting people to come along. And we put that video on social media. We give you banners. We give you tracking links. We give you everything that you need. Technically, just to kind of show up. I mean, we can't guarantee you're going to have a full room, but what we are going to guarantee is tens of thousands of people showing up throughout the 2 days. That's
amazing. And speaking of that, guys, we are going to be doing some special things at the Best You Expo, and our network reaches a potential reach of 320 million people through our distribution channels of Roku, Apple, and Amazon, Simul TV, My TV to Go, and so many others. And we're going to be covering this as well. So if you're there at my panel, which is from 4 to 5 on Friday, March 20th, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So 4 to 5, March 20th, at the Los Angeles Convention Center, we're going to be doing interviews for those that come and support the panel, and we're going to be talking about some pretty amazing things I believe you're going to be on our panel if we can pull you away for...
Yes, absolutely. I'm in. I'll be running around like a mad fly, but I think I'm in your panel. I'm speaking in a couple of places as well, but yeah, I'm around. I'd love to. I love the panels. I mean, the panels are really great, and we're doing the panel in the auditorium, so this is within the LA Convention Center. It's a seated auditorium with 299 people. We've got some great panels. I've got a guy called Doug Ivanovich. He's a guy that did Live Aid and Live 8. He's going to run a panel around the environment and obviously global warming and things like that. So, we did one around slavery last time as well. So there's really interesting panels, and I think it's just a great opportunity. But remember, we record all the talks. So for those, technically, you can't see everything anyway, but for those that did want to attend, there's kind of a premium ticket or the VIP ticket. You get the recordings of all the talks.
And we can possibly put it on EZWay Network as well, and they can come and watch it there. And so I'm also going to be, guys, I'll be launching my book, which is called The Influence Effect. It features Frank Shankwitz, creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Kate Linder, possibly Bernardo. We're talking to Greg Reed and so many others, Trey Ireland from Netflix and numerous Disney and Nickelodeon actors, just really successful people that really want to share how they became successful, how they turned relationships into relationship equity, and how I met them, became a friend, how the original introduction from business turned into friendship, relationships turned into relationship equity. And it's a really interesting book, and we're going to be launching it at the Best You Expo.
Amazing.
And celebrating my birthday. So it's going to be a really fun time. As there's commenting right now. Everybody's been commenting. I'm sorry, you guys are too far away. I can't read the comments. But it's definitely an event that you do not want to miss. And it's going to be March 20th. Put in your calendar now, 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I will tell you, I've already gotten commitments from a lot of the A-list and Wall of Famers, the EZWay Wall of Famers that we have that want to come and support and attend. So we'll be bringing our EZWay support to the table. And we're honored to have that stage for that hour. And we're going to be teaching a lot about building an audience, keeping an audience, and monetizing an audience. And also getting additional tips from people like Bernardo and amazing influencers that know what they're doing, and that's what it's really all about. Is how do you build an audience, and how do you get, everybody wants to know how to get subscribers. Everybody wants to know how to keep their subscribers, because keeping them is a little bit different than building them, right? Yeah. And then how do you make money? Well, we're making like 24 different streams of income residually right now through media. So we know a little bit of what we're talking about. You've done, I don't know how many events successfully in the UK, and now you're breaking into the West Coast, and you know the power of collaboration versus competition. And it's really going to be an educational venture, and the networking and the people that are going to be there. What about, is there like a time during the day, there's 2 days, right?
Yes.
That people will have the time to not just listen to speakers on stage, but they'll actually have the chance to shake hands and network, cocktail hour, anything like that?
Yeah, we're planning on doing a breakfast on the Saturday morning with all the speakers and all the exhibitors, inviting them to come along to obviously kind of meet and connect with them. But obviously, yes, it is the networking opportunities. I mean, you know, and sometimes I think that's what people underestimate. And I'm talking about the speakers and the exhibitors that get involved, you know, not that they underestimate, it's just they're obviously focusing on how many clients am I going to get, how much business am I going to do. But the real business is in the person standing next to you, you know, in the booth, or the people that's sharing a stage in one of the other rooms. You know, there's so much business that happens from there. And I know that a lot of people that have met people there that have then gone to speak on other platforms and done great JVs as well.
Okay, Bernardo, so to finalize this interview, we've learned a lot about the Best You Expo, but tell us a little bit about Bernardo. We want to get to know you.
Well, my parents both Spanish, both immigrants, and they moved to London after the war. So I'm a great admirer, obviously, of immigrants because I know what it is. In the old days, they used to call them conquerors and explorers, and now it's kind of it's not a great word, but I'm very passionate about it. And I'm an immigrant myself because when I lost my money in Spain, I had to start all over again. I literally moved to the UK as an immigrant myself. So, but I was born in London, brought up in Spain all my life, and I literally was kind of running real estate companies there for a long time. And unfortunately, I wasn't very good at it. I lost my money twice, at the age of 26 and then at the age of 40. So I had to restart all over again. I was always very interested, passionate about personal and professional growth, but it was NLP that put me on the map. And I didn't really have many options, and I had to start all over again, and that's what I did. I moved to the UK, and I literally left my family there, and I was commuting backwards and forwards for 3 years.
This EZWay.tv episode is brought to you by IHP Global. Become a better, stronger you. Be sure to visit ihpglobalinc.com.
Hey, I'm Bernardo Moya. I'm the founder of The Best You and The Best You Expo, and I do it the easy way.
Thanks for watching EZWayTV. Watch the full interviews and episodes at youtube.com/EZWayTV, where you can network yourself to success. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and tell your friends. If you're on Facebook, we encourage you to check out the EZWay Fam Club Facebook group. And don't forget to like our EZWayTV Facebook page. Thank you for watching EZWay.tv, powered by EZWay Network. Watch the full episodes on Roku and youtube.com/EZWayTV. Text EZWayTV to the number 55678 for text notification updates. Start your digital channel or show today. Contact 424-209-9290 or email EZWayNetwork@gmail.com.